some air or something like that. So write down what pieces you think.
Sources of error and restatement of purpose. And like a summary of the experience.
I've been sneezing all day long.
It's not a problem, given that's what it was. Yeah.
So what pieces, you said has everything you need, it's like what piece?
Like it has what error, the error.
Alright, so maybe start listing out some of those pieces somewhere that you think should be.
No, it's mine. Shoot.
I like the one with the
Oh.
So let's write some things.
I am writing things. What are you talking
I'm
about?
trying to say that.
I'm just putting numbers in some things. I like numbers. What number am I?
Maybe I should
I pay attention, I just pick different ones.
You know how long it should be like that? Like to No.
No,
I actually think that came from
No,
different.
just not.
I wish mine was 7. 7s is alright.
I need to write my
Six letter
pieces.
six.
We're not doing that.
I'll give it back.
For what?
The
The worst is
I think what makes 11
no sentence.
I remember it doesn't have to have sentences.
Yes.
No.
Add that to your
Oh, it's no. She added that.
Okay, I don't like that either.
You guys get what? Like, it's obvious since you're my. No.
I'm not giving. I'm demanding their pencils. They're not giving them to me.
Alright.
This is the way you're gonna take one. Okay.
Get one out of here and copy one. This fits.
Throw it in.
Yeah, I would say
Bad.
it really like contaminates
It
everything.
does though.
And then they try to like mix it. That makes
Oh my god. Think properly, we would have gotten.
Alright,
Put it in.
y'all have a chance to go through them all?
Empty it out.
Alright, so you guys, can move in over here. Alright, so now, you guys are gonna make one big group, you guys are gonna make one big group. Maybe y'all gotta come over here.
Nope.
Do it up to me, we figured out what to do. But you think you can reach consensus with this one?
Yes.
Everyone
Everyone can sit to my.
Just give it what I think is best. Okay, so we're gonna take the ideas that you came up with your elbow partners and try to come up with a list of qualifications in your new big group. So move together. And I'm gonna bring you some big paper and markers in a minute.
I like
conclusion
that
and
talked about
I like conclusion and
I like number 7.
Yeah, we, okay, so maybe like
number
2, number 7, 8, and 10. We thought they had like everything they needed.
Alright, what do we think?
restatement of the purpose, short summary of experiment, possible
Okay, I
errors.
wrote down some things that I like.
I've noted it was on my desk. Was that you? Okay.
Actually, I like number 5.
It was just sitting on my desk and I was like,
We all agree that number 11 is the word, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so what makes a good conclusion, guys?
Well, it can't be too long.
Okay, let's write that down. It can't be too long.
But it also can't be too short.
Okay, let's write that down.
So what's the magic link, honey?
So between 3
why do I have your
and
paper? Why
5.
is yours?
Alright, 3 to 5
I thought I
sentences.
wrote 3.
So what do we like
Don't
to
let the
number 7?
word acknowledge without affecting what they do.
Okay, I think you got
3 to 5.
What is that number? What is that number?
We're like making a rubric.
And y'all can pull in closer, so you guys are gonna go through what you need and what you like. They're loud, right?
We've already done it.
Pull in close. Well, now you're gonna put it all together. So what are the pieces
Stop, like,
that you
stop.
all, and y'all talked it through that everybody agrees need to be included? Alright, let's put them on.
I got it. I'm upset.
Grab. Where's the? Oh, they're under the marker box. There's pieces of paper in there.
Only accessible. You don't want it crowded by me.
Number one.
Alright, so y'all get smart on the
Actually, I didn't make it past the first time.
y'all are gonna
I read a
figure
bunch of
out,
stuff.
I read 11.
write down what makes a good conclusion. And first task is just listing those out. What did y'all decide has to be in?
They're including eyes.
I didn't have to like tell you.
I know, you put it on paper.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking about this Easter.
Answer.
I love these. They're my favorite. I love like to dress up and
One year, I used to match with my American Girl doll.
I remember those days. I never matched. I never got the first.
I remember one time, Addie, like, she got her little American Girl doll, like, a wheelchair, so she always wanted to break it up.
I nominate you.
Caitlin's the
I'm the one who wrote the
So.
You're the vice president of the
Second president, I guess.
Can I get a
I
black
didn't
one
even
that's
notice
red
that.
at the time or whatever?
You guys.
We all just know the first is really bad. That's what we do.
This is
Like,
criteria, what shall
I'm
we
gonna do like
do?
each one kind of.
Three to five.
Alright, so now you guys are gonna just list those out.
Well, I'll communicate with Mary.
Those colors. Okay, so this packet is fairly great group communication.
We're great.
We agree on 5.
Y'all agree on 5? Y'all need to talk about it a little more?
So what do we need to do?
Okay, so,
The coffee sandwich.
does anyone want to add anything?
I don't care what you're saying right now, but it's
So what about 5?
Here,
Yeah.
too.
What if it's like cake right now? What would you do?
What do you like about 5?
I'd probably like my ribbon.
It's got all the components that we need.
Yeah, what are the components? What are those?
That's the question. What are the components? And put them on the paper.
I'd probably get it like throw hands.
Unlike 11,
Doggy skip get
it's not super long.
Yes. Okay.
If the markers don't
I'll
work,
just
they
say
will
what I
talk.
got and then I'll see if you
Recommend if the markers don't work.
No,
No, it's not about picking.
That's exactly what they were talking about in third one, about how they're just gonna starve us. And I was like, okay. Which compound do you?
I don't even know.
But it does say that.
But if you
This
look at
fits over me
demonstrators,
specific.
Which one do you like?
conclusion 12, it covers everything.
Y'all do.
Without getting
It's
too
a
like.
little bit chaotic during Patriot Hour.
Yeah, but I have 5 meetings a week and I do not have time to not have pictures.
No, when I was trying to like my six year for school to make up tests.
Not actually, I want all of it. Like a bunch of 5-year-olds.
It's only one person that brings on. Well,
It's not.
It's better.
It's like 40.
He like posted a
Like 40 people ruin it.
Yeah, but he's pushing over the edge.
But he's the one that
That's
told me about it
4%.
and post stuff on
I
like.
don't really.
He said 2% to our class. He said
Okay, I agree with Rob 12. Let's 12. All right. Let's break
It
down.
probably is really
99%
plenty.
to oath.
99% of y'all is good, 1 of y'all is bad.
It went from 4 to 2 to 1%.
Wait,
What did
if
this
I
year
combine
make that?
both of them and like make it label, you know,
I don't
on
know.
Sharpie. Just make it on Sharpie, like, no one will notice. I'll be like, wow, this was really good, where is this?
Apparently, we're not gonna be getting our picture down next year.
Well, the middle schoolers have been saying that for 2 weeks.
Hey, you
It doesn't matter because they won't be
Do
patient.
marchers?
Yeah, I'm not.
No,
That's what they're-
I think Fleming really likes
But
it.
that's what they're hearing.
You don't want
That's the
Fleming
rumors
said,
that
like,
Wait,
he
hold
really
on.
likes it, but we just
Hold on.
Alright, so
I don't know.
y'all agreed on these?
Yes.
And then y'all are like years ahead. So they haven't agreed on these.
Go back.
There's one.
See, some people prefer it,
Y'all,
some
like,
people
just
prefer
like
shorter.
talking about the how he really likes it.
We're just gonna do a big 12.
Inefficient.
Why do these go middle school?
And then we're just gonna do, you know
Because
why.
they Miss Clay got really
Says
mad that we found
absolutely
out
nothing
about
to do
this
with
last
speaking.
night. Like she got
What's
so
the
mad
first
about it.
one?
And she was like, how'd y'all even find out? We were just talking to her.
Criteria.
The teachers were sending out online. And so that's how we all found
No,
out.
right?
Oh, that's what
Yes.
your mom
Yes.
said.
Wait, hey, question. So were we supposed to be talking about this specific lab or?
In general.
Yes.
In general. So all of our labs won't have an
I don't know, some.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, this doctor is not
lab.
like-
If I was refreshed, you know,
But actually, most experiments in real world don't know what the thing is.
Yeah.
Try using the other side.
That's what I'm saying though, so length should vary according to the experiment.
So
Order.
are you saying that you should leave out a link for
Yes.
constraint?
So
I
just
don't
our
think
name
so.
yellow.
Yes, so no length restriction.
Okay, give it to Caitlin. Give it to Caitlin.
He's using a 12-point font on it.
Just make it work.
We also.
We have so many points.
I thought we spelled
So many
it.
points.
Seth, you spelled it Charles.
It's gonna be like a
You
50-point
spelled Charles
conclusion.
wrong. Can you do this?
50-point conclusion about.
No length, what?
Why'd you put it?
No length.
It's a bulleted list.
Yeah.
No-
yeah, but
no
you should
link
put, like,
parameter.
Configurations first.
Parameter, that's a good word.
Yes.
P-A-R-A-M-E.
Seth, there's supposed to be a title
It'll be
first.
alright.
Oh, I'm sorry, did it go?
There should be no length parameter.
We still have an hour. Did y'all see where some girl
Like this
completed-
written is more than, it's like a great course of
Who is that?
What's the title?
Something like that.
I feel like I remember her, but I want to write the
I
name.
used to leave out.
Give us pencil. Second idea.
Give it to the art.
Give it to the lefty who can't spell.
Wait, is that?
Where'd that come from?
Alright, just like start new.
What's that, man?
That's
Someone tweeted and said, and I was like, I don't care.
Just wait,
Especially
keep
when
going
my
to
said
that.
that.
That seems like the
What's our first
Well, you know,
Faster.
one is
It's
dry,
right.
you don't wanna ask for another one. I thought you were asking to wait for you.
L-A-R-A.
Make a title, configurations, and then.
That sounds majestic.
Christine actually has like,
I have a vision.
Or, whoa, a title.
Wait, is it?
No.
Oh,
Look at me picking
At
up.
least you have room for a title.
I was gonna do it sideways. Tongue goes at the bottom.
Alright,
Mine
here.
says, some classes work well in groups and some just get crazy when you put them in
See,
groups.
I
We're working
So,
well with
like,
each other.
that group compared to this group?
Did y'all know in college they play like
Which
Christmas
finish,
yesterday?
they're decorating their poster.
Okay.
Y'all are just getting like,
That thing.
here's your energy level, it's like notching up.
I have just now become the authoritarian leader in
Thank you.
Second, let's see, so what do you guys think about, answering the hypothesis within confirming your own? You know, addressing whether or not the hypothesis is the experiment or the actual.
Okay, we're done.
Well, I mean, I guess you guys. You say address your hypothesis.
Your dad?
Alright, so what have you got?
At that recent.
The next two.
The neutral labor is no longer self.
Okay, so 4 components, yes. Do you think that they should be equally weighted?
Only for the proletariat would do it.
Like, if they were all equally weighted, this would be a 4-point rubric where everything is just equal.
Yeah.
So discuss amongst yourselves and come to a consensus.
I think they should all.
Don't use vague
The
wording.
purpose should be worth 10 points.
Vague wording.
Statement of error should be worth 30.
Okay, 32.
You don't have to use consensus, we're not using
Well, say they're
consensus.
all equal.
No.
This is a conclusion about conclusions.
Yeah, equal.
Wait,
You actually.
We have to write that.
I use vague language. And then.
It's not a birthday. It's not chicken nuggets.
Wait, what's the name? I'll watch it.
Oh, wait, maybe her.
Hold on.
Oh, he took off the glasses.
So no.
Let's see.
And,
Answer the question.
Yes.
Who did that? I have no clue.
You think answer the question or straight to the
So bad.
Well, stating the results.
We should put them in jail.
Oh.
Look at what's here. I'm just looking at that is not.
I'm an animal person. Whose man is that? I'm going to beat him
I
up.
will make you.
Sure.
I would
It's
say.
not a contribution for me.
That's awful.
Just make it sound
Whose
good.
story is that on?
Whatever you want.
Wait.
Like, say it.
Oh my god.
I saw that. I saw her coming out. And this morning, she's wearing a DLV t-shirt and a DLV hat. Are you're being a DLV.
And then I saw that and I was like,
Maybe.
you're coming out, you're supposed to have the shirt, and then you have your shirt sit down here.
Answer the question.
I was so mad.
Thank God I can like unzip it.
What are we talking about? Aaron said she's
Except
not
for
here.
glasses.
She's extra and she's
Did you see her story?
Yes.
I can't.
She's way on top.
I think the donkey has a free, if that's even a donkey.
Valerie said, I like my husband.
I love
Zach, so we put staplers like
You could, you wanna? State the results. State the results in a.
Yes, that is so funny.
Alright, did we reach a decision on?
Yeah, they should all be equal.
Alright, so add that somewhere in your picture. Like one, or a little note saying that all included.
This color.
You guys want to see Pinot?
And y'all can start, while we wait, yes. Y'all can start, what is Pinot?
Him is a bunny.
So like all components should be equal.
Whoa. Him is a bunny.
So like all components.
Oh, thank you.
Instead of playing with,
So right, like all components should be equal.
Concise
Like right
and
there.
eloquent.
all related or, yeah.
Okay.
do not write that.
So
Certain
then,
manner. I don't know how
you
to
take your rubric and y'all go through and score about 4 or 5 of these and see if you agree. So what score out of 4 would you give somebody?
Eloquent.
For all of them?
You know.
Don't do that until they finish, and then you'll have more experience trying to apply your.
Because
What
like,
are
I
you
swear
doing?
it hasn't, so like, you know what I'm saying? Wait.
Don't include
I would give them a
necessary.
0.
Okay.
Maybe a 1.
Yeah, because they don't have a procedure.
Just take
But
a
they
selfie
do
with my
say they're
glasses
fine.
and
They don't have a
glasses.
purpose or anything.
Yeah,
Have the
result.
result.
They do. Okay, so.
Yeah, they have.
Unnecessary.
Right, 1 out of 4.
If you just ask me to write it, I can write it.
Until everybody sees it.
Alright, let me just go look at that.
Wait, can I look at it real fast? Is that cool?
EC.
But you said everybody should look at it for
Actually,
you just trying to
I see purpose.
Alright, is this your list?
And
No. Yeah.
Caitlin?
Oh,
wait, let me look at it real fast. I want to see it. It's loading. Hold up.
put
They gave.
one more.
It's loading.
It's really-
They gave us what's there.
But they also gave like
legible handwriting.
The
result.
very vague.
Very good result.
Oh,
Yeah, well that's not really, that's not really,
Yeah.
that's not really results, so that's just saying like, well.
Ravioli. Something about units. Legible handwriting and standard units. Standard units.
A what?
Josh, jump in mine. Really joking. I did all
I'm
this.
afraid to win solution.
25.
I did all this. I did all this. Sure. Why?
Alright.
Okay, they do everything but like a procedure.
Yay. Wait,
That's
configuration,
it.
configuration.
Okay, so your question, here's the next thing you have to think about. And they're big.
Alright, let's go with
G,
it.
that's the highest. I
Alright,
thought
for
it's
real,
fine.
go ahead. Okay, Williams.
I'm taking you home.
You got 3 seconds.
3,
1
2,
Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. Okay, so your next
I would say
question
10.
is,
Yeah, think of
if these are the things we're looking for,
Nailed it.
how should they be weighted? Like, are they each worth a point?
Well, on what grading
It's
scale?
like we're deciding your decision.
Well, I mean, how many we have, so 2, 4, 6, 8, so it's not
It really
really.
doesn't say the
So
result.
are they all valued equally, and so you just have however many out of 8?
8.
That's gotta be.
No, but this one is, this one is.
No, 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 no.
Yeah.
It's just that, it's just
Is that
that
yours?
one, right?
No, not number 8.
You know, in England, they don't say 10 out of 10, they say 8 out of 8.
I just like to keep secret.
What's that?
Is that right? Made.
But I told her which one was mine.
What's yours?
8 out of 8. Great.
You don't want to pressure.
That's a birthday.
What was
That's how
yours?
many?
1,000.
No, 2 is number 2.
What was yours?
I'm 7.
Let's do a 30 points.
7 to 5.
So we got a maximum of 30.
Thank goodness.
So just
We're
like
gonna
our
have to
process
plan
work.
this out on
No.
some other paper.
I feel so.
No, we're doing 30 points. So
Yeah, probably more
that's
than-
where it.
Our results were
Probably
good.
5.
I give number 11 a 0.
That is
I would
a
give
Make it a little bit long.
I'm throwing that one out there. I skip
Ten.
I'll
that
send a
one.
number that it adds
That
up.
one looks like it's
worth
-5 points.
Yeah. Let's go with it.
11.
I'll say
I'm
nine.
take getting a 1 for
Like,
11.
period, period,
Yeah.
up, there you go.
Punctuation.
Yeah, punctuation is key.
That was fine, but that was fine.
No negative
No.
numbers.
I would give I'd give 12 like a 2 or 3.
Okay, what-
Yeah.
So-
Alright.
I think I said did that
I
too.
mean 5 because.
Label them all.
They're great.
I'm afraid they're not moving in a linear fashion.
Because if we're doing 30.
We'll give them a 3-minute timer.
That's what I
No, you can give them till the end of Friday.
no, they get
It's
3
honestly
minutes.
okay. Do we have a Friday
I'm
fun sheet?
busy, I can't send that.
So let's just do it as we go
We have
along.
more quantum number fun sheets.
I
I think y'all are kind of over that.
No.
Actually,
So
well,
up to 30.
And Claire.
He's like, can I make us a scavenger hunt and we can do it?
they're in the school.
Yeah.
Okay, we
Let's
should.
do like this out.
Yeah,
we could look at
Dude,
We haven't done it yet.
CSAC Camp has the best treasure hunt I've ever done in my entire life.
What? Alright, so y'all are gonna, we're gonna come present these in a minute. You're gonna share what y'all picked and why,
We
and
need
how
10,
you think they should be
10,
weighted.
30.
And they're gonna do the same, but oh my goodness, they
You
might
can't
not ever
really
get there.
put a number for the
This
first
is like what happens if you stick.
I feel like
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
hit it on
I'm just saying, yeah, you can't do it.
They're trying.
You know what I mean?
It's like a lot of, but
Because the rule is no
just
link.
trying to.
Oh yeah, that's probably wrong.
Okay, we're making this
You have to find the height.
They're just, their brains are like all over the place. Where you guys like took the task and you completed it.
10.
No, they went in a different direction. Or like a bunch of. It's fun for me to see.
So, if we got like a 3, would that just be a silly great book?
Well, that would be just for the conclusion part. So if we're putting together a whole lab report, I mean, the conclusion is important because it should tie it all together. But, that would just be for one piece.
How do you grade?
Yeah, don't put it.
Do you
I mean,
grade
that's
them differently per class?
We're gonna, I'll show you what the other guys did.
Well, I would work in a purple.
Alright, y'all have 2 minutes.
It's just a guideline.
Alright, so, who in your group is gonna share that out?
I will.
Alright, so let's see if they're ready. Are y'all ready? Y'all need to talk through
Can I
it
use
first?
the restroom first?
Take it with
Let me see.
Wait, if anyone's seen
Run, Johnson, run.
Oh no.
Somebody didn't check one.
We,
You got this.
See what it takes on.
So, more important.
Ooh, it's like, guard.
as long as you have it, I don't think well, you need to report it, but it's not. Because that's how you do it, right?
Yeah, I miss everybody's.
When you grade that, you at some point we need to complete by question, so, I mean, or something, but not like.
Some teachers take on all the work.
Yeah, well, it
We spent the
depends
majority
on
of
the teacher in
our
this case, then.
Yeah, we did like 10 minutes of writing.
Alright, you guys can clean up your markers.
Kind of like weird thing, like y'all are just singing. When I started going to soccer,
Right.
And this is ready to learn something new.
Can't wait.
No, you get all.
Get out of this school.
I don't know, it's a great.
So y'all know Captain Scout? There, whenever.
I'm wearing it. Yeah, that's why I don't be able to be alone.
I'll wait for it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
okay, we'll see.
Try to err side.
It's a meat. You can raise every
It's fun.
Oh, it's
That's not
More obesity.
I wonder if you know which one.
It's so expensive, my parents.
I don't know.
Oh, wait.
They didn't take
Okay, so, group, let's call you guys group 1.
Yeah.
And let's straighten ourselves back into rows. And then someone from your group is going to come share what you picked as important to make a good lab report conclusion and why and how you weighted those choices. So let's have a seat back in our normal place.
Yeah, that just was kind of just sitting there.
We might need 2 people to come hold it for them.
Alright, yes. I got it.
But he's not even in your group.
Well, I'm a volunteer.
You think about it though.
Does that work? Is this big?
It makes it dark. Wait. It makes it dark.
Trying to lay me off. Hey, you're replacing my job with
Technology.
technology.
Wait.
Industrial Revolution 2.0.
Russian Revolution. The Jinto Liver.
What was it supposed to be? Co-work space.
He did when he got paid for it.
Guidelines.
When I got paid for it.
Yeah.
Now that I'm unemployed, I don't know where to feed my
That's better. That's
Alright, so let's look at the choices they made as a group. And why?
We decided the components.
Hey, right here, one meeting.
The components of a good conclusion would be the restatement of a purpose, a statement of errors, because that would list the possible varieties on your results. You should list your results and a summary of an experiment so you can just tie together what you did. And it should all be graded equally.
So they basically came up with just like 4 pieces, all equally weighted.
an egalitarian grading system.
Okay. Good. Alright, you guys wanna come
Yes, John.
proceed? And there aren't 2 more sticks things, so I think y'all are needed as holders. Leave it up there, leave it up there. Alright, so y'all look at their choices.
You hold one.
Alright,
These are
hey, right here.
these are the guidelines for the perfect conclusion, and you should have no length parameters. You should address your hypothesis. Don't use vague language and be specific. Answer the question, state the results in a concise manner, and don't include unnecessary details. And use legible handwriting and standard usage.
It's the tortoise and the hare all over again.
So, and then describe how y'all picked, what the values for those.
Well, this is more of a guideline, so it's not a point, but it doesn't have any points. We thought addressing the hypothesis was 5 points, being specific is 5 points, and answering the question was 10 points because that's pretty important. Stating the results in a concise manner is pretty important because that's really should be the conclusion. Stating results and not using unnecessary details is important also because y'all want to just ramble along.
Rambling on with lots of stuff that doesn't contribute.
Exactly.
And then if you can't read the conclusion, then you can't read the conclusion, so it's 5 points. And then standard unit usage, would you like to explain that one?
Sure.
How would you do it?
So it's like You know how like everyone uses the metric system? So like everyone's a scientist uses the metric system. So if you use yours and the American whatever we have, what's it called again? Yeah, is that what it's called? Yeah, if we use English system and everyone else is using the metric system, we give them our results. They're gonna have to convert it, so it's better to just use what everyone else
Metric
uses.
system.
Yeah. What is it? There's another word for it. Customary.
Alright, so let's take it up there. And then now your next challenge is you guys, Gracie included, y'all have to use their rubric to score the first few, and y'all have to use their rubric to score the first few.
I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Oh no, mine's
So read those conclusions and try to apply their rubric. Let's put the stool down. Let's go see if we can.
What's the hypothesis? Is that the purpose?
Yeah, like what do you think is going to happen? What's the purpose? I guess you would have your hypothesis would come from the purpose.
Oh, we'll do this individually or groups together?
Just for yourself. So let's see how consistently can we apply the rubric. So you look at their rubric and see if you can apply it, and they're going to look at your rubric.
Hey,
And
they made it harder for us.
Yeah, they did. 'Cause it like subtracts from 100.
Wow.
We just did like
the total on there says 50 points.
There's a bit much. By a concise manner.
Grading's difficult. Are you a teacher?
It is difficult.
I was a teacher, I wouldn't grade anything.
How would you evaluate
Well, I
student
can't
performance?
judge the legible handwriting. They're all
I don't like
I would be much happier if I never had to
Grade
grade
papers.
There should be no
You are very
points,
kind of ugly.
so there are 2 10s.
Just don't do any write-up. You want to do like, right? You just don't do any write-up. Just make it all.
That's a 1. I'm gonna give them
So is that only 3
7.
points or 4 points?
4 points.
So
Theirs
25.
has, so just equally weighted.
You
can
can
do
just
that
put
for
like 1 out of 4, 2 out of 4, 3 out of 4.
make it easy.
Or do a
It's like-
percentage.
Restatement of purpose, statement of error, summary of experiment, and results. So look at some of them. I don't care which ones, but look at some of them and see if you can find an example that gets a good grade using their rubric. A bad grade.
I don't know how
using-
to address the legible handwriting. So.
That's true, they're typed. That means they get it. You can read it, right? If it's typed, it's definitely legible.
We use both of these rubrics. I get a 0. You know.
No, we gave you a solid like 2, I think.
Which one were
I think I'm at a 20.
Oh no, I got
Oh,
1.
yeah, very concise. I
Yeah,
think
it's a
they're
word.
concise.
That's a
30,
word.
yeah.
We only gave 11.
What is the question?
Like for the addresses the question of the lab.
Like answer
Well, so
the question.
that really for this
Question
lab
on
it would be
purpose.
like what is the identity of the unknowns? I guess that's the big question for this lab. Is it only supposed to have 50 points? Yeah.
Oh, I would just grade
What?
one that was
Try, grade some more. I mean, grade a few just so you can try to
So we
apply
got
their
10
rubrics.
from the back.
It's difficult.
I did not. She threw it at me.
Ready to go goldfish?
What is it?
Because why is it green?
I've seen those, but they don't enter my house.
Why?
We don't eat wheat-containing snack foods.
That's a lot of foods.
Is it gluten?
What is
Potatoes.
From here to the.
Not the other kind.
Wait, you don't eat wheat or completely wheat? What does gluten do to you? I don't know.
Nothing for most people.
Are you
If
allergic?
you like gluten free, like
Is somebody in your house?
hanging in like mass strip science.
Okay.
Not
That's not a can called like.
There's a gluten
like
episode.
free, like,
What happens
they
if
make,
she eats
you make
gluten?
sure they don't have
Just
gluten.
stick.
So Kylie has autoimmune disease. She gets like very, very sick.
Her white blood cells attack other white blood cells.
So her white blood cells attack her digestive tract.
Oh.
So she used to have ulcers that almost
black circles under her eyes, and she looked sick, and she always felt bad. And then lots of GI issues, like just randomly throwing up, things like that. But yeah, we don't have that problem anymore, as long as we don't eat rainbow goldfish. It's the middle, it's the third one. So is it hard? Are y'all able to apply their rubrics fairly?
It's very difficult.
Yeah.
I'm having issues.
I'm having
Major issues.
Everybody score number 1 and tell me what you get.
0 out of 4.
Well, number 2.
Are you trying to prove a point here?
Hey, we gave him
Trying to
a
get a point
one.
across?
Whoa,
It was
yeah.
mine.
Okay.
So your rubric, I love it, like your rubric needs to, we need to be able to apply it consistently.
1 out of 4.
Ours is
Yeah.
straightforward.
I do it too, but I don't know.
Okay, well, that's what we got, okay.
That's what it was. That's a 10.
Alright, you guys wanna see, while you're looking at that and thinking about it, you wanna see what the other group came up with?
Yes.
Yeah.
Super light, what was it?
Yeah, me too.
No.
Alright, here's what the other class came up with. A purpose, process, some observations, and identifying any unknowns or addressing the big question. So somehow I'm going to combine all 4 of these and make our actual rubric for your lab report conclusions. Our next big lab, you're going to use a lab report template that I have. So you're going to use what we came up with as a chemistry group.
Okay,
There's-
that last one is literally ours.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing.
Restate the purpose. Summary of the experiment, does that kind of match up with, they have 5 pieces. They have procedure, findings, errors, and then they said that you needed to have like a reflection component where you think through what happened and say something like, in the future I would do this differently or something like that.
I like the 2 on the right.
What?
The 2 on the right.
Yeah, it's just so much easier to go.
Yeah, they're
What makes theirs complicated?
Because it's so many
Because we put 50 points.
stickers on
like-
the
Hey,
inside.
why
you
Not
not
the
but
unnecessary
Theirs
details.
is just more specific, right? It just has a lot more focus on the details than on the big components. But so we have 1 out of 12, 1 out of 50, 1 out of 4, and 1 that's out of 5. And so there's a wide